How are you guys doing tonight? I am doing very well. Thanks for asking. And yourself? Oh, I am doing well as well. Okay, now that we all established that we're doing well, we have a few things we want to break down tonight. There was attacks on an ICE detention facility. There was a lot of crazy stuff, guys. Attacks on an ICE detention facility. ICE detention facility. On top of the attack on the ICE detention facility, at least I think that's what it was. I don't know. Something with ICE. There was another attack on children. Like, look, bleach drunk on children 7 hours ago. I didn't even read this shit yet because I can't read. I got AI to read for me. But this shit hit my timeline. Oh, hold on. Let's refresh that. You guys see right here, right? Bleach thrown on children, right? In what world is throwing bleach on children an acceptable activity? I don't think throwing bleach on children is acceptable. Do you feel like throwing bleach? Like, this shit is fucking crazy. Bleach thrown on children. And this was the top search result. Fucking goofies. Oh, please turn up the volume. Heard. Is it not going to read? I don't know why this one ain't working. We're going to go to the next one. I feel like this is the same exact one they just had us fucking do that.
Johnstown police say an investigation is underway after an incident involving bleach being thrown on teens and staff at the Mottram Sheets. Police say the incident was reported Tuesday afternoon and reportedly involved the use of both bleach and pepper spray in the alleged attacks. Greater Johnstown Superintendent Amy Arcurio tells 6 News that a school security guard reportedly witnessed an adult throwing the bleach on students at Sheets and intervened.
What did they say? Why is the school security guard? Is this like a part of the school?
Johnstown police say an investigation is underway after an incident
involving
bleach being thrown on teens and staff at the Mottram Sheets. Police say the incident was reported Tuesday afternoon and reportedly involved the use of both bleach and pepper spray in the alleged attacks. Greater Johnstown Superintendent Amy Arcurio tells 6 News that a school security guard reportedly witnessed an adult throwing the bleach on students at Sheets and intervened. Arcurio says the adult also reportedly threw bleach on the security guard.
So why is there an adult throwing bleach on children, though? Crazy.
Guard, who then escorted the students to the high school. Police Chief Mark Britton clarified that the victims were treated both on scene and at Greater Johnstown High School.
Why you ain't take them to the hospital, though? They had bleach and pepper spray on them and shit. You made them go to school? That's some bullshit.
Arcurio says that the affected students' parents were notified. The police department adds that Greater Johnstown School Police are working with officers to identify the alleged actors. Stay with...
Why you didn't just arrest the people that was there?
With us online and on air for any updates. Editor's note. We have clarified an earlier version that stated that students were also attacked at the school. Police clarified that the victims were...
So are they attacked at the school or not at the school? I'm pretty sure they got attacked at the school. The school security guard is there. Like, the school security guard is there. So isn't that being attacked at the school? I'm just asking, guys. I'm just asking simple questions here. I guess we're not allowed to ask questions because, like, they cut that John off super early. I'm gonna start making a different area go for this on every night too. That'll be smart. But then I like the 1-800 number. Let me see. So we got the trending stuff for us tonight. So we always go down to trending. But then again, I also want to bring to you guys' attention, right? I forgot to look it up before I started the YouTube up. What the fuck was this joint called? Whatever happened with the ICE detention facility? I'm pretty sure that shit was crazy too. What are we gonna find out about it? Online, no, ICE detention. ICE detention. I don't even want this word. ICE detention center. 19 minutes ago. Yahoo usually allows it to read for us. Let's see what we find out.
One detainee was killed and another 2 wounded Wednesday in a shooting at a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement detention center in Dallas, Texas, with the FBI describing it as an act of targeted violence. Department of Homeland Security officials had previously stated that 2 detainees were killed and 1 wounded. While the investigation is ongoing, an initial review of the evidence shows an ideological motive behind this attack. FBI Director Kash Patel posted on X, sharing an image of a shell casing inscribed with the phrase ANTIC. Advertisement. The suspected sniper died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound after...
Yo, that was funny how I said advertisement. Advertisement. Like the fuck?
Carrying out the shooting from a nearby rooftop, officials said. Following the shooting, Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem posted on X that ICE officers were facing unprecedented violence against them. U.S. President...
Why can't this bullshit say ICE? Just say fucking ICE. Stop saying ICE.
President Donald Trump's immigration crackdown has seen almost 60,000 people arrested since his term began and sparked mass protests across the country. Paige Bruden. View comments 3. Turn.
No. So, we don't know much about this, but it was some type of terror attack, because there's always terror attacks going on all across the world. But this was a terror attack, probably done by, let's see, 6 charged in the ICE facility shooting. Okay, how you charge all 6 of these people though? And it's all girls. They only charge girls. You gotta think about that for a second. Why did they only charge females? 6 charged in ICE facility shooting, jailed on federal hold in Wichita. Yeah, I'm not even gonna stop. I'm done talking around shit. Like, fuck that. It was a fucking shooting. Yeah, that shit crazy. On to what's trending today in the news. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we're gonna do a refresh. Would it be nice if I came back every 4 hours and did this shit? It seems like it changed up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to see what's going on with Liam McIntyre. The Wolverine is out here Wolverining on PlayStation. Because you know why? PlayStation got a blog? I think I was on here, like...
Hey, bub. We know it's been a minute, so let's cut to the chase. Marvel's Wolverine is set to launch on PlayStation 5 consoles in...
Bro, it literally only been a minute. We just heard you talking. What the fuck is you talking about, bro?
5 consoles in fall 2026, and we have a brand new trailer just for you. Additionally, we're proud to include descriptive audio for the trailer. This is available in the video settings under audio track. Not only do we have a new trailer, but we're also revealing the game's
Ain't descriptive audio for people that can't see? So, do they make video games for people that can't see now? Like, I'm not trying to be rude or nothing. That's just new to me. I didn't know they had descriptive audio. Like, And I wonder, like, if you're playing a game like Call of Duty or like Battlefield or something, like, can you use the descriptive audio? Would that help you out? You know what I mean? You say sound to the left, sound to the right. 3 hops is sound.
Cover art. Our cover bridges bold simplicity with the expressive energy of comics to further accentuate Wolverine's rugged, complex personality. Our Marvel's Wolverine cover art, designed in collaboration with renowned comic artist Jock. He's the best at what he does. Bold, resilient, and volatile, Wolverine is a character that all of us at Insomniac are thrilled to explore in collaboration with our friends at Marvel Games and Sony Interactive Entertainment. Like our Marvel Spider-Man franchise, we're once again combining our superpowers to deliver an original take on a beloved character based on Marvel Comics. Our Wolverine, aka Logan, is played by actor Liam McIntyre, who taps into the rage, pain, and new...
Yeah, so Wolverine, Wolverine game, get it if you want to. If not, you like me, I'll catch you over here, because I ain't getting that game. Cricket. What the fuck is a cricket? I thought a cricket was a cell phone. No, cricket is a game that they're playing right now. India is playing against Bangladesh, and is it 168 points? I don't know, guys. Don't give me the line. I don't know how this works. But we got James Comey, FBI director, a former FBI director. He's out here talking to CNN.
DOJ nearing decision whether to charge former FBI Director James Comey with lying to Congress, sources say. By Caitlin Polans, Evan Perez, Holmes Librand, Hannah Rabinowitz. Updated 4 hours ago. Former FBI Director James Comey on May 30th. Federal prosecutors are preparing to ask a grand jury to indict former FBI Director James Comey on perjury charges.
So do you guys feel like he should go to jail? What about Hunter Biden? Is Hunter Biden going to go to jail? Are we going to lock up everybody on the Epstein list? Like everybody. All of them. All of them. Oh, no, we can't. Because I remember. There's no list. The list don't exist.
Just days to make a final decision, according to people familiar with the investigation. The investigation, run by federal prosecutors at the U.S. Attorney's Office for Virginia's Eastern District, is examining whether Comey made false statements during his September 30, 2020, testimony.
So, guys, this looks like it's a good time to be seeking pardons if you, got convicted under that DOJ. There's a possibility, you know what I mean? Like, write a letter to them. Write a letter to them. You might be able to testify against your attorney if your attorney was a Democrat, or not the attorney, but testify against your district attorney if your district attorney was a Democrat and say that they planted everything and they made it all up. They made you spit in a cup and planted it at the...
Testimony to Congress on his handling of the investigation into Russian meddling in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. People familiar with the matter said. Prosecutors, under criminal law, generally would only have 5 years to the day to bring a charge. If prosecutors choose to bring the case, and a federal grand jury were to approve it by next week, it would mark one of the highest profile indictments of a political figure during President Donald Trump's second term in office, and against one of the longtime figures whom Trump and his political allies detest the most from what they call the deep state of the federal government. Comey hasn't been charged.
So they about to charge him right before the statute of limitation runs out. This is why you guys got to remember when you're in the streets, right? Sometimes they just let you get away with enough that they ain't going to never let you go home. I'm pretty sure you want to go home, right? If you want to go home, you should just stay home in the first place.
Charged with a crime, and has maintained in testimony that he's been truthful under oath. An attorney representing Comey in the matter hasn't responded to requests for comment from CNN. Related article. Trump calls on Attorney General Bondi to use...
I don't care.
The Justice Department's decision on bringing charges against Comey has become especially fraught in recent days after Trump fired Eric Siebert, the former U.S. attorney overseeing the case. Trump, in social media postings and in comments to report...
This motherfucker goofy, but that's what you expected, though. Like this is some of the expected shit. I didn't expect this holiday we got now. Like the fuck? They said live, something going on, whatever. Vince Castello Survivor. Oh, this is a Survivor. Survivor's been trending. I'm pretty sure this is who won the Survivor. Spoiler alert, if you ain't here yet, you about to find out. 3, 2, 1.
It's been years since Survivor had a blood versus water themed season pitting loved ones against each other, but the family ties are going strong when it comes to the crew. The groundbreaking reality show has created quite a community among its employees, fostered by living together in exotic locations for months at a time while filming over the series' 25-year, and counting, run. Despite the challenges, including dealing with the elements and spending long stretches away from home, many crew members have been with Survivor since its early seasons. Many children of longtime crew members.
So hold on, Survivor's like an anti-generational thing or whatever? Okay. It's like the real family of Survivor? Like, you guys gotta let me know. I'm not a Survivor watcher. I'm not into watching television or whatever it is. Podcast. Hold on.
Many grew up visiting their parents on location around. Many children of longtime crew members grew up visiting their parents on location around the world, and some of them have now become part of the productions team. One way into Survivor's behind-the-scenes squad is via the Dream Team, crew members who do everything from testing the challenges to assisting across departments. One 2025 Dream Teamer was Abby Probst, whose uncle is host, executive producer and showrunner Jeff Probst. Jeff Probst with his niece, Abby Probst, on set of Survivor, courtesy of the Probst family.
Okay.
She kicks ass. The Emmy-winning face of Survivor tells people on location in Fiji during the filming of season 50. She came in with a last name that put a little bit of a spotlight on her, but she got the job on her own. She got asked back on her own.
We believe
We're very clear here. Everybody runs their...
We really believe you, bro. We believe you hired the boss's niece because she was the best candidate. We believe you.
Runs their department. And I know it's a little weird because the last name is Probst, but had she not earned it, she wouldn't be back. He adds, Probst, 63, says his niece is shadowing the assistant directors and learning more about television production. But the host is also having proud parent moments on behalf of others as he sees the next generation of crew members hone their skills. He recalls when Kenny...
Hey, this shit is crazy. But if you guys like the Survivor, I'm not trying to really spoil none of this stuff. We got the Jimmy Kimmel monologue. Joe Rogan defends Jimmy Kimmel. Okay, Joe, what's going on with Joe? This is from London. Why is London telling us what's going on with Joe Rogan and Jimmy Kimmel in the United States?
London. Right-leaning podcaster Joe Rogan has chimed in on the suspension of late night.
Joe Rogan has never been right-wing. I don't know where any of this is coming from. Joe Rogan is a Bernie bro. If anything, Joe Rogan settled for Trump, and he's probably going to be one of the first people pissed off with a lot of goofy shit Trump doing.
Host Jimmy Kimmel amid pressure from the Trump administration, saying the government should not determine what comedians say and that conservatives were crazy to support any such interference. Disney's ABC last week took Jimmy Kimmel's late-night talk show off the air over his comments about the suspected killer of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. But his show returned on Tuesday night, ending a nearly week-long standoff that has raised questions about free speech and the First Amendment. Rogan was an influential supporter of President Donald Trump during the 2024 campaign.
Yeah, but he wasn't giving no recommendation at first. He got behind him when RFK got behind him because Trump was Trump and Joe Rogan fell out because Joe Rogan said he wasn't giving him a recommendation. Joe Rogan kind of only recommended Trump because you guys all started accusing me like, fuck it, if you gonna be sitting here telling me that I did whatever or whatever, it's you guys, it's not me.
Campaign. I definitely don't think that the government should be involved ever in dictating what a comedian can or cannot say in a monologue, Rogan said on his podcast. He said that if such interference were really happening and conservatives were supporting such behavior, they were crazy, because eventually they themselves would be the target of such censorship. The problem is the companies, if they are being pressured by the government, so if that's real, And if people on the right are like, yeah, go get him, oh my God, you're crazy. You're crazy for supporting this because this will be used on you, he said. The controversy started last week when Kimmel said the MAGA movement was trying to score political points by saying that Kirk's alleged killer was not one of its own. In an emotional monologue after his return, Kimmel urged viewers to stand up to Trump's threats and said it was never his intention to make light of the murder of a young man or to blame any specific group.
So why they say he ain't apologized if he apologized? They say he didn't apologize. So did he apologize or he didn't apologize? Which one is it, guys? Which one is it?
The Kimmel controversy underscores.
Like, I understand to a certain extent, right? People going to be like, I'm not going to keep fucking apologizing. Matter of fact, fuck you. You know what I mean? Because, like, I just don't understand how a lot of people fucking operate. We is in the same country, right? They had fucking parades when we took down a foreign, I don't even know what to call it, right? But there was parades. What was it? In 2012 or 2013? I forget when it was, right? But I seen our country literally have fucking parades over us ending a conflict, kinda, even though the conflict continued to go on for like a decade or two longer. Come on, guys. Come on.
Underscores how politicized opinions and comments around Kirk's murder have become, with high-profile campaigns urging employers to fire people who make comments perceived as unflattering about Kirk. It also comes at a time when the president has gone after media companies, specifically when they displease him, as with a $15 billion defamation lawsuit he filed against the New York Times. A federal judge has rejected the lawsuit, saying that the 85-page suit did not follow federal rules for filing civil complaints. 568. Up next, late-night hosts Jon Stewart and Stephen...
My bad, guys. My bad. But okay, you see what's going on with Jimmy Kimmel. You see how Joe Rogan was coming in to defend him. And something's going on with Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Okay, I'll just call her from a distance. No, I don't fuck this happening. What?
Rihanna is no longer the only girl in her household. The singer and mogul has given birth to baby number 3, a daughter, who they named Rocky Irish Mayers, according to the singer, who posted a photo of her new addition on her official Instagram account. She and her longtime partner, rapper and entrepreneur A$AP Rocky, are also the parents of son, RZA, born in 2022, and son, Riot, who was born in 2023. Rihanna kept up her tradition of fusing fashion with her pregnancy reveals by debuting her latest baby bump in May at the Met Gala. She told British Vogue in 2020 that her 10-year plan included children. Rihanna attends the 2025 Met Gala celebrating on May 5th in New York City. Getty Images. I'll have kids, 3 or 4 of them, she said. The only thing that matters is happiness. That's the only healthy relationship between a parent and a child. That's the only thing that can raise a child truly is love. Rihanna, 34, and A$AP Rocky, 33, were friends for years and went public with their romantic relationship in 2021. He called her the love of my life during an interview.
How long you guys think they was smashing before we found out?
Interview with GQ, adding that fatherhood was, in my destiny, absolutely. In April, he told Vogue his love for Rihanna was internal, external, infinite, the past, the future. Up next, Paris Hilton isn't.
No, that's so. It seems like Rihanna's pregnant over and over and over again. Huntington's disease successful. What? I've never even heard of this disease. Must be very important.
One of the cruelest and most devastating diseases, Huntington's, has been successfully treated for the first time, say doctors. The disease runs through families, relentlessly kills brain cells, and resembles a combination of dementia, Parkinson's, and motor neuron disease. An emotional research team became tearful as they described how data shows the disease was slowed by 75% in patients. It means the decline you would normally expect in 1 year would take 4 years after treatment, giving patients decades of good quality life, Professor Sarah Tabrizi told BBC News. The new treatment is a type of gene therapy given during 12 to 18 hours of...
I'm just tripping how that's a fucking news company still.
Of delicate brain surgery. The first symptoms of Huntington's disease tend to appear in your 30s or 40s and is normally fatal within 2 decades, opening the possibility that earlier treatment could prevent symptoms from ever emerging. Professor Tabrizi, director of the University College London Huntington's Disease Center, described the results as spectacular. We never in our wildest dreams would have expected a 75% slowing of clinical progression, she said. None of the patients who have been treated are being identified, but one was medically retired and has returned to work. Others in the trial are still walking despite being expected to need a wheelchair. Treatment is likely to be very expensive. However, this is a moment of real hope in a disease that hits people in their prime and devastates families. BBC/Fergus Walsh. Jack May Davis has the gene that causes Huntington's disease. Huntington's runs through Jack May Davis' family. He has the faulty gene that causes the disease, as did his dad, Fred, and his grandmother, Joyce. Jack said it was really awful and horrible, watching his dad's inexorable decline. The first symptoms appeared in Fred's late 30s, including changes in behavior and the way he moved. He eventually needed 24/7 palliative care before he died at the age of 54 in 2016. Jack is 30, a barrister's clerk, newly engaged to Chloe, and has taken part in research at UCL to turn his diagnosis into a positive. But he'd always known he was destined to share his father's fate, until today. Now he says the absolutely incredible breakthrough has left him, overwhelmed, and able to look to a future that seems a little bit brighter. It does allow me to think my life could be that much longer. May Davis family. A young Jack with his father, Fred, who died of Huntington's disease. Huntington's disease is caused by an error in part of our DNA called the Huntington gene. If one of your parents has Huntington's disease, there's a 50% chance that you will inherit the altered gene and will eventually develop Huntington's too.
Damn.
This mutation turns a normal protein needed in the brain, called the Huntington protein, into a killer of neurons.
Damn.
The goal of the treatment is to reduce levels of this toxic protein permanently, in a single dose. The therapy uses cutting-edge...
So what are you guys going to do? Like, alter people's genes or something? Like, how the fuck do you stop something like this? And now, like, I'm getting scared. Do I got to go get tested for Huntington's disease? What the fuck is a Huntington's disease? Like, my dad never made it to his 40s. So, like, I don't know what this shit is, guys. Tell me.
Genetic medicine combining gene therapy and gene silencing technologies. It starts with a safe virus that has been altered to contain a specially designed sequence of DNA. This is infused deep into the brain using real-time MRI scanning to guide a microcatheter to 2 brain regions, the caudate nucleus and the putamen.
They said they're going to put a catheter in your fucking brain? This shit don't make sense. This don't make sense. So didn't we used to call this a lobotomy if they put a hole in your fucking head?
Putamen. This takes 12 to 18 hours of neurosurgery. The virus then acts like a microscopic postman, delivering the new piece of DNA inside brain cells, where it becomes active. This turns the neurons into a factory for making the therapy to avert their own death. The cells produce a small fragment of genetic material, called microRNA, that is designed to intercept and disable the instructions, called messenger RNA, being sent from the cell's DNA for building mutant Huntington. This results in...
Ain't this the same shit that they was all scared of like 2 weeks ago? I'm still scared of it.
In lower levels of mutant Huntington in the brain. UCLH. 2 brain scans side by side. The one on the left is healthy. The one on the right shows loss of brain matter as neurons die in Huntington's disease. Results from the trial, which involved 29 patients, have been released in a statement by the company uniQure, but have not yet been published in full for review by other specialists. The data showed that 3 years after surgery there was an average 75% slowing of the disease based on a measure which combines cognition, motor function, and the ability to manage in daily life. The data also shows the treatment is saving brain cells. Levels of neurofilaments in spinal fluid, a clear sign of brain cells dying, should have increased by 1/3 if the disease continued to progress, but was actually lower than at the start of the trial. This is the result we've been waiting for, said Professor Ed Wild, consultant neurologist at the National Hospital for Neurology and Neurosurgery at UCLH. There was every chance that we would never see a result like this. So to be living in a world where we know this is not only possible, but the actual magnitude of the effect is breathtaking, it's very difficult to fully encapsulate the emotion. He said he was a bit teary, thinking about the impact it could have on families. The treatment was considered safe, although some patients did develop inflammation from the virus that caused headaches and confusion that either resolved or needed steroid treatment. Professor Wild anticipates the therapy should last for life, because brain cells are not replaced by the body in the same manner as blood, bone, and skin are constantly renewed. Approximately 75,000 people have Huntington's disease in the UK, US, and Europe, with hundreds of thousands carrying the mutation, meaning they will develop the disease. uniQure says it will apply for a license in the US in the first quarter of 2026 with the aim of launching the drug later that year. Conversations with authorities in the UK and Europe will start next year, but the initial focus is on the US. Dr. Walid Abisab, the chief medical officer at uniQure, said he was incredibly excited about what the results mean for families, and added that the treatment had the potential to fundamentally transform Huntington's disease. However, the drug will not be available for everyone due to the highly complex surgery and the anticipated cost. It will be expensive for sure, says Professor Wild. There isn't an official price for the drug. Gene therapies are often pricey, but their long-term impact means they can still be affordable. In the UK, the NHS does pay for £1 2.6m per patient gene therapy for hemophilia B. Professor Tabrizi says this gene therapy is the beginning and will open the gates for therapies that can reach more people. She paid tribute to the truly brave volunteers who took part in the trial, saying she was overjoyed for the patients and families. She is already working with a group of young people who know they have the gene, but don't yet have symptoms, known as stage 0 Huntington's, and is aiming to do the first prevention trial to see if the disease can be significantly delayed.
Yeah, some of these genetic diseases is crazy, Chad. Some of that shit is crazy. Some of that shit hits you when you least expect it. Okay. Yeah. You guys like soccer? Some people like soccer, so we're going to at least give you a little bit of it. Hold on. Translate. They said English or Spanish. Baby, you got something on your nose. Baby, you got something in your nose. Come on, bro.
Mexico City Cruz Azul lost its winning streak in a row that stopped at 7 after the surprise 2-2 draw against Querétaro at the Estadio Olímpico Universitario, a result that also leaves La Maquina's lead on match day 10 of the Apertura 2025 up in the air. The duel will be remembered for Santiago Homenchenko's goal against Kevin Meyer, who was once again the villain of the Sky Blue fans. The first 20 minutes of the match were budgeted in the script of the match. Cruz Azul took control of the ball, and just 15 minutes into the 15th minute asserted...
Am I the only person covering this in English? Because they're trying to make me cover it in Spanish, and I wasn't having it.
Asserted its label of favorite and leader of the tournament with the goal of Jose Paradella, the one in charge of opening the scoring at the Estadio Olímpico Universitario, which exploded in a sky blue party, with overtones of a thrashing of Querétaro, at that time third to last in the general table. However, just in the 20th minute, surprises appeared at the Olímpico Universitario. Querétaro tied it with a goal by Santiago Homenchenko, after Jojen Julio combed a corner kick at the near post that left the Uruguayan in front of Kevin Meyer, whom he beat with a powerful shot. Toro Fernandez scored the goal that rescued Cruz Azul's unbeaten record against Gallos Blancos' giddy images. The surprise was huge at 35 foot, when Santiago Homenchenko surprised Kevin Meyer with a shot from behind the midfield that was 1-2 against Cruz Azul.
Yeah, this is going crazy, Chet, ain't it? Ain't it crazy, Chet? It's crazy.
Azul? From that moment, the match was different. The fans booed the Colombian, while desperation and frustration took over La Maquina on the field. Cruz Azul received an oxygen tank with the expulsion of Jojen Julio at 62 foot and turned to the attack in search of an equalizer, but at 75 suffered another setback due to the red card that Karen Hernandez showed to Luca Romero for a strong tackle on Francisco Venegas. In a 10 versus 10 game, Cruz Azul locked Querétaro in their field, before the inaccuracy of the visitors. La Maquina, in the midst of desperation, scored the equalizer that fell thanks to Gabriel Fernandez. The 2-2, coupled with the 14 minutes they added, returned hope to the Sky Blue team, who closed the match with at least 2 clear options to score the third, but it did not come, and the streak of consecutive victories was cut short. Querétaro ended Cruz Azul's winning streak in a row. Cruz Azul's winning streak in a row came to a halt after a 2-2 draw against Querétaro at the Olímpico Universitario, which prevented them from equaling the 8 consecutive victories of Luis Fernandez.
Hey, we don't need to know his whole backstory or whatever. I was interested when they were talking about Huntington's disease. Oh, we only got 2 more. Hey, you guys gonna have to join us over on the other platform when we start talking about the top 10 trending songs or whatever. I think in the future from now on, I'ma just allow this to read it all the way through. I feel like it's a little bit easy, and I'll just pause and interject. I'll be like one of them dudes that do the YouTube videos, pausing and talking, right? But I'll be the real person. I don't even know how to. Oh yeah, I'm not watching the videos. My bad.
Inter Miami CF have clinched an Audi 2025 MLS Cup playoff spot for a second consecutive season following.
Now, you guys see how I be reading the news? It's the same way I be watching TV. Like, you guys think I be frauding or something? I don't watch TV. This is how I be reading the news. This is how I keep good eye contact with you guys.
Wednesday's 4-0 win at New York City FC. With 5 ma.
What the fuck just happened? With 5 ma. With 5 ma.
With 5 matches remaining, the reigning Supporters Shield champions are third in the Eastern Conference, 55 points, 16W-6L-7D. They're on pace to secure home field advantage in their round 1 best-of-3 series, as they pursue the club's first MLS Cup title. Miami have already earned a 2026 CONCACAF Champions Cup spot, courtesy of reaching the League's Cup 2025 final this summer. They also made a historic run to the FIFA Club World Cup knockout rounds earlier this year. Playoffs. Vamos por más. Rocket growing hard mobile phone with Arrow. Read more here. https://t.co/y7kkHW97BOP.ic.twitter.com/ZZ62JBLopa. Inter Miami CF at Inter Miami CF, September 25th, 2025. Star players.
Yo, it's over here reading out fucking certain dates and shit. This shit is goofy, guys. This shit is goofy.
Lionel Messi has a strong case to become the first back-to-back Landon Donovan MLS MVP award winner. The Argentine megastar has a league-best 37 goal contributions, 24G/13A, in 23 matches, putting the Golden Boot presented by Audi in his crosshairs. Messi remains supported by fellow FC Barcelona alums Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets, and Luis Suarez. They were all part of last year's record-setting side, which earned 74 points in the regular season. Miami has several newcomers, headlined by blockbuster summer signing Rodrigo de Paul. The Argentine midfielder and 2022 World Cup champion arrived on loan from La Liga's Atletico Madrid, uniting with Messi at club level. Other key pieces...
So we all this and number 1 trending in the United States right now is the ICE protest. Don't we just look at some of that shit? I feel like we just... Okay, it's going to be a lot more. Sign in for full access to the article. No, we're just going to let you talk.
At least sign in for full access to articles, video highlights, and comments.
Oh my God. So they blocked me out of there. Fox News blocked us. They said you're not allowed to be on our site. What the fuck? The fuck are you on our site for? What the fuck? Joshua John.
Who is Joshua John?
A crazy
Dallas
white dude.
ICE shooting suspect identified. 29-year-old man Joshua John, with ties to North Texas and Oklahoma, has been identified as the suspect in a shooting at a Dallas ICE detention center. One person was killed in the shooting, and 2 others were critically injured. The suspect is also deceased. The investigation is ongoing, and police have not yet released a motive for the shooting. Dallas, a 29-year-old man with ties to North Texas and Oklahoma, has been identified as the suspect in a Dallas ICE detention center shooting. Joshua John. Investigators pieced together background of Joshua John. A 29-year-old man with ties to North Texas and Oklahoma has been identified as the suspect in a Dallas ICE detention center shooting. According to Fox News and Fox 4 sources, the sniper who killed at least one person at the Dallas ICE facility early Wednesday morning was 29-year-old Joshua John. What we know,
keep telling us.
According to Fox News and Fox 4 sources, the sniper who killed at least one person at the Dallas ICE facility early Wednesday morning was 29-year-old Joshua John. Related. Live updates. Dallas ICE shooting. Sniper dead after shooting 3 ICE detainees. A sniper died from a self-inflicted gunshot early Wednesday morning after he shot 3 ICE detainees.
And this dude a whole bitch. You a whole bitch. You a whole bitch. You a whole bitch. Hold on, why does these ones keep popping up though? That is so weird. Where are all these fucking military ghost guns hitting the streets from? All these discontinued military rifles. This is crazy.
Detainees at a Dallas ICE facility from a rooftop, according to law enforcement. Records show he has family in the Collin County city of Fairview.
Like, that's a clip right there, right? That you guys see on the screen. That is very old. Most guns don't have clips. We are looking at a fucking clip. That shit is ancient. That's like military only. Only the military ever had clips, right? Now there's people that have clips. A lot of guns got stolen from the military or auctioned off or whatever. It's just, it seems ironic to me that a whole bunch of military surplus guns are being used all of a sudden. I don't know.
Fairview. Dallas police confirmed that Fairview police are assisting with their investigation. Sky 4 captured images of FBI agents outside that home on Wednesday afternoon, and Fox 4 reporters saw what appeared to be frantic family members. Federal investigators were seen removing a box of possible evidence from the home. What they're saying.
They grabbed a box of clips probably. Like the fuck? Who the fuck got something with a clip to it? Like, yo. I don't think I've seen a clip in real life. A lot of motherfuckers that had them joints that take clips, and they don't have the clips for them no more. You know what I mean?
Saying, Sloan Mordecai, a neighbor, had no idea about the attack until she drove upon reporters down the street and federal agents next door. That's insane to hear, said Mordecai. Like I said, very sweet family, so that was really, really surprising to hear. It took a while for Tim Johnson to learn that he lives down the street from the Fairview home connected to John. He says he only knew of John and no personal details. You think just how crazy that is and how close it is to home now, said Johnson. But it's an unfortunate event. Dig deeper. Records indicate John most recently lived in Durant, Oklahoma. That's what we are looking into, Chief David Camo told Fox 4. Law enforcement officials were seen parked outside a home connected to John in Durant on Wednesday afternoon. Video shows the FBI and SWAT focusing in on that listed address, but no word as to what was recovered. A spokesperson for Collin College in McKinney, Texas told the Associated Press that someone named Joshua John took classes at various times between 2013 and 2018. The AP reports that in late 2017, he worked harvesting legal marijuana from a farm in Washington state. What we don't know. There's still no word.
Can I get a job doing that? Like, I can get a job where I harvest weed all day and I get to smoke it or whatever. Like, do jobs like that exist? Probably not. But that'd be a fun job. What do you guys think, Chad?
Word on a motive for the shooting. Criminal background. Joshua John, 2015. Fox 4 could not find any history of violent crime on John's record. He does not appear to have a violent criminal history, but in 2015, he was arrested for marijuana possession in Collin County. Dallas ICE shooting. The shooting happened around 6:30 a.m. on Wednesday at the Dallas IC facility located on North Stemmons Freeway.
You know he's crazy. Who the fuck is getting up at 6:30 in the morning and driving somewhere they don't have to be at? No, nothing else, right? We don't have to analyze this any farther than this occurred at 6:30 in the morning. He was cool. Look at this goofy ass dude. Hold on, we had him right here. He was cool. Look at this cool dude. You think he voted for Trump?
Gunman shot 3 IC detainees. One of those detainees died.
Any of y'all motherfuckers know that goofy motherfucker Alex Stein that be showing up to all the memes all about he love big booty Latinos? Do you think they shipped this dude's girlfriend away? And before that he was a Trump supporter? Oh, my bad. 20-year-old white dudes don't have girlfriends.
Died, and the 2 others are in critical condition. Police sources told Fox the sniper was armed with a rifle on a nearby roof. He shot himself as agents approached him, the sources said.
So maybe the trick, maybe like Trump traded his trick for a trick for Trump.
Dallas FBI Field Office Special Agent in charge Joe Rothrock confirmed the incident is being investigated as active, targeted violence. He also said rounds found near the shooter contained messages that were anti-IC in nature.
Like, look at this. They had a fucking
anti-IC written on bullets found at scene of Dallas IC shooting. FBI Director Kash Patel announced that...
Why doesn't anybody else recognize it? That's a fucking clip. I don't think the clips left the military. A lot of them fucking old military guns left the military. But I've never seen the clips. I thought... This is something I've never seen in real life. And just because I've never seen it don't mean there ain't people that have it. But this is something that, like, it's like fucking fictional to me. But then again, like, I don't be around them joints no more. But I've never seen a clip in real life. Which I guess, never mind.
Evidence found at the scene of a deadly Dallas IC facility
like
shooting.
That's like finding a fucking
anti-IC written across a bullet. Federal investigators have not said what may have led John to develop reported anti-IC views, or if there's any other evidence beyond what was written on shell casings found at the Dallas facility. A sign on a car that reportedly belonged to the shooter reads, "Radioactive fallout from nuclear formations that be passed over these areas more than 2x since 1951.
What the fuck? He was cuckoo. This dude was cool. You can't tell he was cuckoo yet. He was cuckoo.
Since 1951. The source. The information in this story comes from Fox News, Dallas police sources, and public records. Dallas IC shooting Collin County crime and public safety Dallas. Trending now. For arrested in South Dallas drug bust, more than 50 kilos of marijuana seized.
Now why not? This should be interesting. What else happened in Dallas today? This should be interesting. Yeah, we're going to start doing the Dallas news.
Arrested in South Dallas drug bust. More than 50 kilos of marijuana seized.
That's
by Amber Kite. Published September 23rd, 2025. 11:44 a.m. Central Daylight Time. South Dallas. Fox 4. The brief. Dallas police seized more than 50 kilograms of marijuana, multiple firearms, and nearly $30,000 in cash in a major narcotics bust. The raid was the result of a long-term investigation into drug distribution in the South Oak Cliff area, police said. 4 people were arrested and face multiple felony charges related to drugs and firearms. The Dallas Police Department Special Investigations Division wrapped up a substantial narcotics investigation on Wednesday in South Dallas with the arrest of 4 people and the seizure of more than 50.
This is why I tell y'all, hustling ain't worth it. So, yeah, I'm about to just end this on. So I don't let my dogs out. Take my butt to sleep. I appreciate everybody that came here to watch this joint today. Matter of fact, we're going to troll 2 people. We're going to troll 2 people. And after we troll 2 people, I'm off this joint. Matter of fact, I'm off this joint. Yeah. And the verdict is I'm off. I might be back on later, but for now I'm off. I holla at some. Peace.